All right, so I feel like, well, let me start off with this. So, divination is defined as the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. I personally also feel like divination is demonized, and I feel like that's one of those things that's just kind of neutral. It can be used for good or for evil, and I feel like most things can be used for good or evil. But I feel like divination, at least in my own world and experience growing up, has been like the use of tarot cards, astrology, runes, stuff like that, right? But when I really looked at the definition, I'm like, a lot of stuff can fall under divination, even some stuff that, okay, let me not go there, but I'm gonna go there anyway. Okay, really quick, and you can throw your stones or whatever, but how is that any different than looking at holy texts that were written by other people and creating an entire sermon on it, right? I'm just saying, because like you're looking at someone else's words, right? And you are like channeling a lesson out of it to speak to others, to connect to others, and not just connect to others like this is what these words mean, but I'm going to connect to your soul, I'm going to connect to your experience, I'm going to connect to your present self so that you can guide your future self for the best outcome. How is that not divination? I'm just like, but that is not my point. I just wanted to get that out really quick. I actually think that one of the strongest vessels of divination, that, and probably the one that's been around the longest, is art. I actually wrote out this long thing, and I'll put it, at the bottom of this recording, that looking at art, people, they like art, or they're attracted to it, or they even select it for different reasons. And a lot of those reasons, I don't even think they're aware of. But I think that most people, I can't say most people, right? Because I don't know most people. I've worked in a lot of galleries, I've worked in museums. I love art. Art is a huge part of my life. But if I had to go off just my own perspective and my own experience, talking with other people about art and talking with artists about their art and art that is not their own, I think that most people are attracted to and select the art that they select because it's like, looking at art is like looking into a two-way mirror, but you're on both sides of it. And what I mean by that is, it's like if there's a version of you that looks at the art and you kind of list all these reasons that you like it, or what it does for you and your soul and your experience, or even what it does for your living room, or why you're selecting it for your friend or your mom, right? And all those, or it could even be, I really like this artist and I really like their story, and I just, you appreciate or identify, right? But even in a way, when you say identify, you're still making it external, right? And I feel like on the other side is the side of you that is everything in that art, but conscious of it, objectively and subjectively. So on one side, it's you looking at art and like, oh, I like this for this reason, that reason, blah, blah, blah. And on the other side, it's you saying, I am all of those reasons. I am you, you are me. I feel like that doesn't make sense. So hopefully the write-up below will explain more what I mean by that. But I'm trying to connect it with divination because I feel like when we're looking at art, we're looking and to ourselves, most definitely. But we're looking into multiple versions of ourselves, right? And it can be all at once, or it could be one version in that specific time, right? You could look at art and it could trigger something in you that remembers an emotion that you experienced, a trauma that you experienced, something beautiful that you experienced, a person that you experienced. It could also trigger something in you that wants to experience whatever is calling you in that art. And most things that we want to experience, we say like, oh, I've never experienced this, but it's something in you that identifies with whatever that experience is, even if it's because you've experienced the exact opposite of it. So I say all that to say that I think art is actually the greatest divination tool. And I know, like I said, just to remind you guys, and also myself, divination is the practice of seeking knowledge of the future or the unknown by supernatural means. And I feel like we try to make that really like, right? But it's not always like that. Supernatural could be that someone takes a can of paint and throws it on a piece of paper or canvas or old newspaper or wood or whatever, right? Look at it and you feel all these things. How is that not supernatural? How is that not supernatural? So, yeah. I'm saying all this because, like I said, I think if we were to appreciate art more for how it is a window into ourselves, we would know that we are all artists in our own way. Like right now, you are creating your life. You are creating your life, and it's being created through your mind and through your beliefs, and then how you execute those beliefs into behaviors. How's that any different than an artist having something in their mind and then putting it into tangible form? It's no different. So, yeah. It always annoys me when people are like, I'm not an artist. I'm not creative. Or when like artists are like, don't call them an artist. I'm an artist. That's not art. We are literally all artists creating our lives in different ways, right? So like, if you hear that noise, it's my elbow, but it's just, yeah. Appreciate the artist in you and appreciate the art that you are creating, which is your life. Your life. Bye.